friends, I'm back so that we can talk about persistence in prayer. I've always wondered, why do I have to suffer so much as a Christian, and I'm asking my Father every now and then to provide, but it takes too long. I know I've been in that situation before. But Jesus is teaching us about how to ask. In the book of Luke chapter 11 from verse 5, the Bible says, Jesus said to them, if one of you has a friend and goes to him in the night and says, friend, give me 3 loaves of bread, for a friend of mine is on a trip and has stopped at my house. I have no food to give him. The man inside the house will say, do not trouble me. The door is shut. My children and I are in bed. I cannot get up and give you bread. I say to you, he may not get up and give him bread because he's a friend. Yet, if he keeps on asking, he will get up and give him as much as he needs. I say to you, ask, and what you ask for will be given to you. Look, and what you are looking for, you'll find. Knock, and the door you are knocking on will be opened to you. More often than not, we love to skip the story and jump over to ask and it will be given to you. Knock, the door will be opened. Seek and you'll find. Now, you don't knock once and the door is opened. You don't look for it one day and you find it. You don't seek just once and you get it. What Jesus is trying to demonstrate is the virtue of importunity. Jesus demonstrated the same thing when he was giving the story, the parable of the judge and the poor widow. Persistence. If you knelt down today and asked God, the answer did not manifest, don't quit and give up. God teaches us patience in many ways. Patience is a fruit of the Spirit. You acquire it or you develop it as you mature in Christianity. No one is born patient. And you don't kneel down and tell God, please give me patience. You develop patience as you mature in Christianity. How do you mature? By reading the Word. By persevering through all the tribulations. So I came to encourage somebody who may be wondering, where is God? I've been asking and it is not being delivered. Apart from other things that we'll talk about that may bar us from receiving the answer, like in the story of Daniel where there was the prince of Persia trying to block the answer, sometimes it is our impatience that speaks louder. We have to develop the virtue of waiting upon God. He is faithful. The moment you discover that you have asked and it is not being delivered immediately, maybe God is doing something in your life. He's training you to wait upon him. So you don't have to lose hope and start saying, I'm suffering yet I've been praying. You knock on your friend's door and he says, I'm sleeping. If you give up, where will you get the bread from? But if you continue knocking, what is Jesus saying? He will give you not because you are his friend, but because you kept on nagging him. He'll decide, okay, to avoid the trouble, let me give you bread so that you give me peace too. Not because we are disturbing God, but because Jesus was trying to teach us the virtue of waiting upon God. Importunity. Someone who can be depended on. And that's why I always advise believers against inconsistency. Inconsistency is a strategy of the devil. Once the devil discovers you are a threat to his kingdom, he will break the norm. The lifestyle you have with God, he will make sure he breaks it so that you become inconsistent because you are bringing trouble in his kingdom. So learn to be a consistent believer. If you have a specific hour, the watch hours usually kneel and pray. Don't break the norm because that is what the devil targets. Once he breaks it, then you become inconsistent. You may miss out on the answer of God. If you have a specific devotional hour, make sure you maintain that, because inconsistency is a sign of a spiritual attack on your life. The moment you become a threat to the kingdom of Lucifer, he will do everything. He's very, very opportunistic. He's also very ambitious. He will do literally everything to break the consistency that you have. So don't give up on God because he's quiet. God can never forsake you. It is written.